Good morning. This will be Chef Justin Bays' Valentine's Day Challenge. I'm Justin Bays, and I'm going to put together a simple meal, yet it's going to be semi-gourmet and cool. We've got the majority of our ingredients laid out right here. I've got some back here. First and foremost, we are going to put the pork in the oven. I recommend this be the first step for you at home. It takes about 25-30 minutes. This is Hormel, not to plug any brands. 18-ounce marinated pork loins. They have a variety. There's mesquite, there's bourbon, This is a peppercorn one I've chosen. All of them are good, whichever you seem to be. The mustard one I think is really good. Simple. Directions are on the back. 25 to 30 minutes. Simple tray. You don't necessarily have to have the rack. It kind of helps keep the juice off of things. It can sit in its own juice, but this is just kind of how we do things at the restaurant. Grand Central Hotel and Grill, by the way. That's my primary employer. And I will be washing my hands on occasion. Sorry about that. I didn't think about hand sinks not being nearby. We are preheated at 4 1/4. Middle oven rack, bottom oven rack. It's all pretty much good. Could I get a timer set for 25 minutes, please? Okay, that being out of the way, I will be using a lot of gloves today. Unlike Food Network, which I love, they break almost every health code violation known to man on every show. So technically, if you're going to touch something, for example, we're going to start with the salad. If something is ready to be eaten, we call it ready to eat food. Legally, you need to have a glove on. So at home, that's your deal, but I think we'll be okay. Salad, very simple. We've got our red wine vinegar, our apple cider, which you may or may not be able to get at the market, hopefully. Farmer's market, that is. Very simple, combine all ingredients. We've got our 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, apple cider, red wine vinegar, and our honey. Candied sugar, but honey's a little more of a pure form of sweetness. This is a very simple vinaigrette. Basically, a vinaigrette is 3 to 1 oil and vinegar, roughly. Personally, I like to go a little closer to 2 to 1 with my ratios, just because I like the vinegar to kick a little bit. I'm going to hit this with just a touch of salt and pepper. And I will talk about salt and pepper throughout this process today, being very, very important. The difference between a good dish and a great dish can be as simple as salt. Seasoning really makes all the difference in the world. Can I get a bowl, please? You're going to buzz this up. You can use a blender at home. If you don't have access to an electric mixer, you can simply put it in a bowl. And this is how we did things back in the day. Just whisk it. Very simple. In this case, that took all of 10 seconds. Thank you. And this we will just set aside. Mess with that later. Now at home, I recommend putting this in the refrigerator, but we're going to put all this together pretty quick, so that can just sit there in our done pile. I'm going to go ahead and assemble this, get it out of the way. On the recommendations, I believe I told you all to make the dessert first, but we're just going to do the sequence of operation here, just for show and tell purposes. A handful of spring greens. This is a nice mixture. Granted, I would like to say it's local, but it's winter here in Kansas. We've got green leaf, red leaf, some arugula, and I believe there's some frisee in there. They're sort of bitter greens, but not too bitter. Whenever I use spring greens like this, I like to have my vinaigrette be sweet. That's just how my palate works. We have everything we need. Sliced almonds, dried cranberries. So easy. It looks good. It's got the crunch from the almonds for texture. We got our vinaigrette right here. I'm going to show you how to do these apples. And the preparation I put on the, should be on the website or in the newspaper. This is a 1 ounce ladle. I just went about the 1.5 ounces. Whenever you're cutting fresh apples, I don't know if you know this, but they turn brown unless they're put in water or some type of a vinegary solution. You can put like just a touch of lemon juice. Now notice here I'm only going to use about 1/3 of this apple. I'm going to cut it down till it almost hits the seeds. You can omit that, just like so. Got a little stack. Very simple. Call these matchsticks. And for these culinary students that are standing behind the camera, what technically could this cut be called? Correct. Julienne. It's very French. And that, people, is your first course. Very simple. The dressing, combine all ingredients, buzz it up. Boom. Easy peasy. I'm going to set these over here.